Graham Limbaugh here for the Blizzard.tv, where history still matters, patriotism still matters, and common sense occasionally fights through the fog like the USS Oneida, emerging through cannon smoke on Lake Ontario. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend marks another anniversary of the Battle of Sackets Harbor, sacred American ground. Sacred, not metaphorically, not politically, historically sacred. This is where farmers, tradesmen, sailors, militia, and United States troops stood against the British Empire itself in 1813 and said, "No farther." This was not some social media hashtag battlefield. This was real cannon fire, real blood, real fear, real courage. And now here we are in 2026 arguing over hotel rooms and marina slips because of political drama surrounding Tom Homan and a tiny local political dust-up involving the mayor of Sackets Harbor. Now listen carefully. You are absolutely free in this country to disagree with Tom Homan. You are free to dislike his policies. You are free to deny services. That is America. But what concerns me is this bizarre idea now floating around from some self-described patriots that the proper response is to boycott Sackets Harbor. Boycott Sackets Harbor. What are we doing here? You don't boycott Gettysburg because the mayor annoyed you. You don't boycott Arlington because somebody on the town board said something stupid. You don't boycott Normandy, Bastogne, Pearl Harbor, or military cemeteries across Europe because some local politician got too big for his britches. The ground itself matters. And Sackets Harbor matters. The men who fought there were Americans before there were Republicans and Democrats as we know them today. Do you think General Jacob Brown gathered the troops and asked, "Excuse me, before we repel the British invasion, can everybody state their political affiliation and preferred cable news network?" Of course not. And yes, some militia famously panicked and bolted for the woods when they saw British regulars approaching. But after General Brown delivered one stern reality check, many of them came back. They stood their ground, and together they repelled the British attack. Frankly, this whole fake boycott movement reminds me a little of that moment. People scattering emotionally into the woods because of temporary political outrage. Meanwhile, here's the dirty little secret nobody says out loud. Some of the loudest people encouraging this boycott don't even spend money in Sackets Harbor to begin with. And some businesses outside the harbor are quietly loving every second of this drama because they think maybe they can siphon off a little tourist traffic for themselves. That's unfortunate. But this is capitalism. People market however they want. And some of the people screaming loudest online about boycotts weren't heading to marinas, restaurants, or boutique shops anyway, because inflation already turned their summer budget into a hostage situation. But I'll tell you this. The guy that created me will be in Sackets Harbor this weekend, because the history matters more than the noise. And if you're a MAGA loyalist, wear the hat. Proudly. I suspect the ghosts of 1812 can survive seeing a red baseball cap without collapsing into emotional trauma. This country survived British invasions, Civil War, World Wars, depressions, and disco music. I think Sackets Harbor can survive a few tourists wearing Trump merchandise while buying ice cream and looking at cannons. Go visit. Walk the battlefield. Visit the harbor. Support the local businesses. Remember the soldiers. Remember the history. Because long after today's political squabbles fade away, Battle of Sackets Harbor will still matter. For the Blizzard.tv, I'm Graham Limbaugh. Happy Sackets Harbor Day.